Alright, hey guys, my name is Shadow, and welcome back to the 2.2 Guardians beta for Elite Dangerous. Now last time, we took a look at the Beluga liner, and we did a couple of passenger missions, and we even took a look at the new ship-launched fighters, but we didn't actually get to try the ship-launched fighters in combat. I was hoping we'd get interdicted or something, but that never happened. So what we're doing today is I've got a Federal Corvette here, and it's got a combat loadout, of course. So we're heading to this hazardous resource extraction site, and we're going to just get into some combat, some actual hardcore combat here. Well, I guess it's maybe not as hardcore as, ships that interdict us that are elite, but we're going to get into some fights with some ships in the Hazres here, and we're going to use the ship-launched fighter, and we're going to do it in two ways. One, we're going to launch the ship-launched fighter with our pilot and hope that he doesn't get killed, and number two, we're going to launch the ship-launched fighter, controlling it, and have our hired pilot flying the Federal Corvette, which we also hope doesn't get killed because this ship is expensive, although it's beta and nobody cares because we don't get to keep it. They wipe the server at the end of this. So let's continue on to the Hazres. We'll get there, and then we'll launch the ship when we encounter some other ships to destroy, and that will be fun. So I'll see you guys in the Hazres. All right, we're here in the hazardous resource extraction site where we've just encountered an anaconda, and it's alone. It's not a wing, so that's cool. That'll give us some idea of the actual capability of this stuff. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna launch the fighter, and we're gonna have the pilot that we've hired fly that fighter while we fly the ship, and we'll just kind of sit back and see how well it does against this anaconda. I kind of feel like it's not gonna do that great on its own, but yeah, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and launch the Taipan fighter. So we'll deploy it with Derek Summers piloting it, and we'll just take on this anaconda.
Roger that. Initiating SLF deployment. Fighter deployed. Standing by.
Okay, so the fighter is deployed, and there it is. Wow, he's kind of a bad pilot. Wow, my ship is under attack? No, that's just the pilot. Okay, so maybe the pilot AI could, use a little work there. So, he's probably not going to attack this anaconda until I start firing on it. So let's get a little bit closer to it and do that. So just as we were about to start attacking the anaconda, a whole bunch of other ships jumped in and started firing on it. So that was kind of lame. However, we have a Federal gunship up here that's by itself. So here's something cool about the ship-launched fighters. On the menu down here, we can actually give it orders. So we don't actually have to attack the ship that we're targeting for the fighter to attack it. We just have to tell it, attack target. And then it will. And there it is, firing on it now. How cool is that? Now, because it's a little tiny fighter, it's not doing a lot of damage to this ship, but I'm hoping that one of the things that this fighter can do is kind of attract a ship's attention while we fire on it, but I don't think that's likely. I think what's more likely is the big ship that we're piloting here is going to attract the attention of the ship that we're firing on, and then the fighter can pretty much get in there and, work on it while we're firing on it and stuff like that. But that's cool. Either way, really that works. So let's just try and take out this Federal gunship and stuff. So we've got its shields down, and we can see the fighter over there on the left firing on it with its two gimbal beam lasers. It's not really doing that much damage to a target this large, so I'm not really sure how effective of a thing that is. We'll probably find out more when we actually start flying it, but this is a cool concept so far. I'm pretty much liking that. It doesn't really seem like it's helping with the actual combat that much, but it could just be because we're flying, a ship that's really big. Okay, so that gunship is down. So let's find another target, and then we'll actually switch to the fighter. So we have an expert rank Python here, whose name happens to be Shadowcat. That's fairly cool. So we're going to fly up to this guy. Now, something cool that you can do is you don't have to have your fighter actually redock. You can just go down here to the menu, and you can switch places with the pilot and the fighter. So that's what we're gonna do right now.
Roger that. I've taken control.
Okay, so we're now piloting the fighter. Now, we didn't have to dock or anything. It was just that that was the transition that you guys just saw there. I didn't edit that or anything. That was it. Okay, so we have Shadowcat targeted, and for some reason, he's quite far away. But let's see if we can go down here and order our ship to attack. Yes, yes we can. So I'm gonna have our Federal Corvette start attacking this guy, and then we will also start attacking him. So here we go. Okay. All right, the Federal Corvette is attacking Shadowcat. So we're going to put some power into the weapons. And wow, this fighter is really kind of hard to control. It's very fast and very maneuverable, but it's kind of hard to control. So let's see if we can target some subsystems here, like power plant, and then we'll start firing on him. Okay, look at this. That's actually doing a fair amount of damage. Okay, I'm liking that. Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Now, not to say that the Federal Corvette is not doing a significant amount of damage to this guy, but look how much damage we're actually doing to him. That's not bad. Now, because this does have 2 gimbaled beam lasers, we have to have a significant amount of power into our weapons, but that's actually not too bad. Yeah, this is kind of fun. Okay, cool. All right, let's see if we can get one more target, and we'll actually fly the fighter. This is really cool. I'm kind of liking this mechanic. I wish this were available for like smaller ships, because I will never purchase, you know, a ship this size for myself in the actual game. It's just not going to happen. I'm not into them. But for the beta and for testing purposes, this is really cool, and I'm having a good time flying this fighter so far. Let's see if this guy's wanted. Okay, we've got one more wanted Python over here. So before we start attacking, let's go ahead and target his power plant, and then we'll have our ship attack, and we'll also start attacking. Here we go. So immediately it looks like he's gonna start going for us. Yep, and he totally is. Wow, he just took our shields down like they were just nothing. Wow, okay, so these fighters are not very strong. We took a significant amount of hull damage really quickly there. So, okay, so that's something to be aware of when you're actually piloting this ship. So I'm wondering if this fighter is actually destroyed. Is it going to be like when we lose an SRV and we just end up back in our ship? Or is that actually going to count as a death? Because if your fighter is destroyed with your hired pilot in it, he actually dies. Or if our Federal Corvette gets destroyed while the pilot's in it, he will actually die, and we won't be able to use that pilot anymore. So I don't know how that's gonna work if we actually die while we're in the fighter. It doesn't look like we're in any danger of that, but yeah, I'm just curious. Maybe we'll actually test that out. Yeah, you know what, I think we'll actually try that out. So this ship is almost down. So after we've destroyed this Python, we'll go one more time, and I think we'll just let the fighter be destroyed while we're piloting it. How about that? Okay, so that looks like the end of the Python. Okay, he's dead. So let's find one more ship. Now we have a 3-3 wing over here, and none of them are wanted, but this is beta, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and attack them, even though I'm going to get a bounty for this. It doesn't matter. I just want my fighter to be destroyed, basically. So let's go ahead and attack these guys, and I'm not gonna have my ship attack. We're just gonna see what happens when the fighter is destroyed and we die while we're piloting it. Are we going to get a rebuy screen, or are we actually going to just end up back in our ship? I'm gonna guess that we're gonna end up back in the ship, and here we go. We're gonna find out right now. Okay, fighter is destroyed. Boom. And I'm gonna guess we're about to, yeah, okay, we're back in the ship. Okay, so that's pretty much what I thought was gonna happen. So, yeah, that's cool. Okay, so it is pretty much like piloting an SRV in space, which is what I thought. So that was really fun. So even though we're in the middle of combat right now, it doesn't matter because this is beta and who cares. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. But that's it for me. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.